Music makes the people come together. Remix, stupid people get together. Yeah. Yeah, don't let me get myself started, because then I won't stop laughing. Hey. What's the deal? What's the deal, people? I decided to come on here. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Pause. Okay, dokie. I'm back. Okay, dokie. I'm back. Let's do something real quick. What's the deal? Collective, we about to tap into this moon cycle energy. I think we in the moon cycle. Today's a moon cycle. Full moon, half something moon. We in the full moon. First quarter moon, then it was whatever. We're in a fucking moon cycle today. Okay? That's all I know. We're in a damn moon cycle today, and you already know that the karmics is about to be up to no good today, so we're about to tap in. We're about to tap in to see what their fucking stupid asses is up to. To see what they up to. We're gonna be nosy. Since they all be all nosy in our business, we're gonna purposely be nosy in their business. You know why? Because we could fucking do that. You know why? Because they give us permission to. You know why? Because they're fucking stay fucking with us. So we're gonna tap in. Or I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna tap in with my ancestors or agents, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light attribute. Only please provide me with some insight. And you already know if you walk with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch with any ill will or malintentions or evil eyes, go find 144,000 signs. Stop being a crusty, crabby, raggedy, and nanny ass, miserable, bitter ass bitch, and go heal yourself, you miserable bitch. Alright, I'm gonna take maybe a few more. I'm not looking, I'm just plucking and tossing on the table. I'll have to use this bag in a minute, so we're gonna see what pops up. Okay. Let's see the words that we got that's coming out on the table, collective. We got recoup. So is somebody's in recoup? Somebody's being hunted. So we got recoup, hunted. We got joy. The letter T. Cover up. Sabotage. Wow. Cop. House. Soulmate, twin flame. Wounded. And the letter O. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cards, even. So collective, we got already a story. We got somebody that there's a cover up, a sabotage. Somebody's covering up a sabotage. There's a cover up of some type of sudden wealth sabotage. There's a cover up, hunted, house hunted. Somebody's being house hunted. Cover up, sudden wealth sabotage. Cop hunted, cop hunted. House, cop, house. Cover up, cop, cover up. Cop, sabotage, cop. Wounded, cop. Soulmate, twin flame could be with the letter O or the letter T. T-O-O-T. Somebody could be out of town. Somebody with the letter J. Somebody's joy. Somebody's name could be joy. So we got somebody's in the house recouping with this recoup house. Somebody could be in the house recouping. They wounded. Somebody, there could be a cop. This is what I'm getting. A cop is recouping in a house. They're wounded. We do get red, white, and blue here. Look. Wounded cop, recoup. House, red, white, blue. They're in a house. Cop wounded. recouping in a house. Hunted, sabotage, sudden wealth. This is somebody was hunted. There's a cover-up about somebody being hunted for some sudden wealth. Sabotage. There's a cover-up about somebody being hunted, being sabotaged for some sudden wealth. By a soulmate, twin flame. With the letter T or O. Joy. With this joy, I don't know this joy. Maybe you're gonna receive a house, sudden wealth with this joy. With it, I got reading down house, sudden wealth, joy. So maybe you about to receive a house, sudden wealth, and it's gonna bring you a lot of joy. But what I'm getting is there's a cop that's wounded and that's recuperating in a house because there was some type of cover up of either this cop hunting you, trying to sabotage you for some type of sudden wealth. That's what came out. Cop wounded, recoup, house, cover up, hunted, sabotage, sudden wealth. Soulmate, twin flame. Blah. Or there could be a cover up about a soulmate twin flame that was being hunted. Or a soulmate twin flame that was doing the hunting. So again, I'm going to repeat the words. Cop wounded, recoup, house, cover up, soulmate twin flame hunted, sabotage, sudden wealth. And then we got T, O, and the word joy. So that's what I'm getting. A cop is wounded and recuperating right now in some type of house because they covered up something about a soulmate twin flame hunting. They hunted a soulmate twin flame, or they about hunting a soulmate twin flame. You could be the soulmate twin flame they hunted, trying to sabotage you for sudden wealth. Or they hunted down your soulmate twin flame, or this is your soulmate twin flame. But there's a cop wounded. So I'm getting there's a cop, red, white, and blue, in a house. There's a cop that's wounded in a house. Confirmation, the dog barking. Somebody could be out of town with the OT. Overtime, out of town. Out of tune. Somebody's out of tune. They could be out of town. Out of town, out of tune, be wounded. They not flowing right. So this cop is not flowing correctly. They're out of tune. OT, out of town, out of tune. The name could start with an O or T, a T or O. First and last name, middle name, nickname. It could be a rank. T-O could be a rank. O-T could be a rank or something maybe. Joy could be a middle name, a daughter's name, a nickname, their name. It could be a female. It could be a feeling. Maybe they had joy that they was gonna sabotage. I don't know what this joy is here. But collective, let's keep on going, right? So let's see what else can we get with this. This has something to do with the past. So this cop is wounded because of the past. So there's a cop that could be feeling wounded because of the past. Yeah, recoup house because you keep out so you could be the spiritual D and you recouping in a house. So a cop is wounded. So what I'm getting is a cop is wounded because of something in the past, and you in the house recouping in a house. You a spiritual OG. Karmic couple, that's in the reverse. Cover up, karmic soulmate. So this is a karmic twin flame. So it says cover up, soulmate, twin flame, karmic couple. manipulative with this hunted sabotage. So maybe somebody thought they was going to be happy with this sudden sabotage, joy, sudden wealth. Maybe somebody celebrated too early with this sudden wealth. Look, it says they all fall down. So they celebrated too early. So what I'm getting is with the cars landing or they landing, I have two, this, you see, as you see. So cop wounded from something in the past. Recoup house, spiritual OD. So there's spiritual OG that's recouping in a house. There's a karmic couple that covered up something when it comes to some type of soulmate twin flame. There was a lot of manipulation going on when it comes to somebody being hunted and sabotaged. Somebody was being hunted and they were being sabotaged. There was a lot of manipulative people around or manipulation going around. And with the joy and sudden wealth, somebody could have been celebrating about some type of money, about some type of sudden wealth, but they all fall down. There will be no celebration. What's this? T-O-O-T? What is that? It says a mother related. So somebody, this could be a feminine that starts with the letter T or the letter O. This mother related could be related to this cop, or this mother related could be the cop. What else? They blaming you, collective, for something they did in the past. On the bottom of the deck, it says strange smell because of some type of moon magic this karmic couple was doing. This competition, the Hunger Games in the reverse, with this manipulative. Yeah, they all fall down because they're a bunch of drunks. I'm just pulling from the bottom of the deck. I don't even see what's there. They were trying to contain my gifts or your gifts, and they're blaming you for something they did in the past. They're wounded. Somebody smells. This keeps coming out. This person is stubborn. Or what I'm reading is, this is a past spiritual OG. Somebody who could have been a spiritual OG. They racist. A karmic couple is racist. Yeah, and they shall perish. It says ancestors. It says ancestors disloyal. With the loyal coming out in the reverse, they were disloyal to their ancestors. Ancestors with the loyal in the reverse. Drunks, loyal in the reverse. This mother is not loyal. They're disloyal. I don't got no more room, so I'm not going to pluck no more from this deck. Yeah, I'm just looking at the bottom. We got childhood trauma. So somebody could be dealing with some type of childhood trauma. Somebody trying to block my throat. So look, it's coming out. Moon magic. So this, all right. So I'm asking what's going to be the outcome, right, for this moon magic that's going on today, right? So I'm guessing, so there's going to be, this either is happening or this happened already, or this is going to happen for this moon magic they're doing. There's going to be a cop that's wounded because of something they did in the past, and they're blaming you for trying to contain your gifts. So there's a cop that's wounded. All right, I'm reading it down. Cop wounded from the past and is blaming you because this person was trying to contain your gifts. Recoup house, spiritual OG, strange smell, stubborn. This could be somebody that's spiritual. OG represents somebody that's old. Okay? So this could be another spiritual person that's older than you. They could have had some type of spiritual, they could have had a spiritual ranking or spiritual backing of some sorts. So they could have had some type of gifts. What I'm getting with this recoup power, spiritual OG, strange smell, stubborn. What I'm getting from this is there's somebody that could also be spiritual that's currently recouping in a house and they have a strange spell. They have a strange smell for being stubborn. We also got a cover up of soulmate, twin flame cover up. So they could be a twin flame soulmate that covered up something with a karmic couple doing moon magic, and these people are racist. And then you have hunted, sabotage, manipulative, the Hunger Game competition in reverse, and shall perish. They were hunting you to try to sabotage you, to manipulate you. We're in some type of competition with you to try to take you out, because the Hunger Game, the movie is about a competition and them being offed, them being no longer living anymore and during the competition, eliminated out of the competition, literally their life. So somebody was trying to eliminate your life collective, and now these people shall perish because of it. These people were celebrating with this joy. They were happy about some type of sudden wealth they thought they were going to get. But now they all fall down, because all fall down comes right after that. And then they're a bunch of drunks. We got ancestors trying to contain your gift. They're stubborn. They're racist. They shall perish and by your ancestors for being disloyal. This mother related to you, or this mother related to this cop. There's a mother figure that's related to you. Is a mother figure. Might be your mother, or this is a person that's a mother and they have children. And they could be related to you. So a mother related to you could be your sister, your cousin, your aunt. You know what I'm saying? That could be a mother related to you. So this could be your mother, your sister, your aunt. Your cousin, if I didn't say that already. Those are the only feminines, really. That could be the mother figure. Your grandmother, if she's still alive. Okay? So this is somebody that's your blood, that is a mother, okay, that has children. Yours or your siblings, sister, cousin, grandmother, aunt. As far as me, I don't connect with this. I don't know. No, my sister's not a cop. My mother's not a cop. My grandmother raised, maybe she rest in peace, she wasn't a cop. My aunts, I don't have any more. I don't have any living aunts on my mother's side. Oh, yes, I do. I do have some aunts, but from my mother's grandmother's side. I mean, excuse me, from my mother's father's side, not my mother's not my grandmother's side. So I do have aunts from my grandfather, my mother's father. And father's side, I don't even recognize that side, honestly, because I don't really know them. So, yeah. So I'm just saying. So I'm not resonating with this right now, but maybe maybe there's a cop in my life that was trying to do something, but I don't know what this mother related. That could be part of that. I could resonate with that. I could be a cousin of mine instead of an aunt. It's not my grandmother, it's not my mother, and it's not my sister. So definitely the mother figure will land under a cousin for me. Confirmation. What's funny is that was just anyway. I'm not even gonna say who that was. Hold on, people. Where's my other phone? Hold on, people. I don't know where it's actually gonna have to just wait. Anyway, so collective, there's somebody that's wounded right now because of some moon magic. There's a karmic couple doing moon magic. They racist. They're trying to cover something up. Cover up. Soulmate, twin flame, karmic couple, moon magic, racist. There's a karmic couple that's doing moon magic that's racist. I'm going to get a few more cards. This cop wounded could be a mother. This mother energy. And like I said, this mother energy could be a cop. And somebody's in the house because they were stubborn. They were disloyal. Yeah, transaction history. This had to do with money. Somebody was paying a karmic couple, a racist karmic couple, to do magic on you. To cover something up. I started searching for information, but I'm not going to take it. We got they lost all their power and they're going to perish. Yeah, they trying to change plans, but they still getting exposed. Collective. Yeah, I split the deck. They being haunted with ancestors. So look, they be collective. We got miscommunication, and then I just saw disloyal. They being haunted, collective. Oh shit, T.O. They being taken out. Confirmation with the hunk. T.O. They being taken out, collective. That's what I just heard in my head, and then the honking after I said it. Haunted, they being taken out. They being taken out, collective. They're going to be taken out by being haunted. Confronted in an inappropriate way. Also by the federal law could be involved. Haunted. They could be haunted by the federal law. So they could be being watched by the federal law, collective, and they're about to be confronted in an inappropriate way. Somebody's about to get arrested. They're about to be taken out. Somebody's about to be taken out. Confronted in an inappropriate way. Federal law. We got cop wounded, recouping in a house. Because they try to cover up something about them being hunted by anyway, I'm getting excited right now. Excuse me. Excuse me, collective. I'm getting excited. This cop that was hunting you is currently wounded, recouping in a house because they were trying to cover up, hunting you, trying to sabotage you, and this person was celebrating too fast over some sudden wealth. And this is something they did in the past. Okay, this person could have also been spiritual, or something in the past, spiritual OG, karmic couple, manipulative, and they all fall down. So there was a karmic couple that's a spiritualist. That was a spiritual OG karmic couple, a past spiritual OG karmic couple, manipulative, and they all fall down. I'm reading it across. And now they blaming you because now they have a strange smell. They stink because of this moon magic and this competition they had trying to take you out because they're a bunch of drunks. So they have a strange smell and they drunks. So I'm off the back. Somebody stinks because they're pores. They're a fucking drunk. They drink day in, day and night, all day, every day. So they smell because their fucking pores is completely open and they smell like a human walking liquor bottle. Somebody smells like pure alcohol. When you constantly drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking, you are susceptible to a lot of things. Liver damage, kidney failure, a bunch of things. Your body starts to deteriorate and you start looking real skinny like a fucking crackheaded bitch. Because you are drinking yourself to death. Literally. And then when you are a drunk like that, your body starts to smell exactly what you're drinking. So somebody smells like a walking liquor bottle, a human cesspool of liquor. They smell. It's coming out their pores. That's the most nastiest thing you can smell because that shit stinks. When you can smell alcohol off somebody, that's nasty. It smells. Confirmation, the sirens. That's the most nastiest thing you can smell. Somebody sweat if they stink and their pores is open because of the amount of liquor that they drink. So it's just seeping out of their pores. They sweat alcohol. They sweat whatever drugs and liquor that they take is coming out of their pores, and they smell. This is why they smell. Strange smell. I'm letting you know why they smell. Strange smell and drunks. The amount of drinking is coming out this person's pores, and they stink. Anyway, this person that has some type of power, they lost their power. They lost all their power, collective. And I said, for sudden wealth transaction histories, a karmic couple was being paid. There was a racist karmic couple that was doing moon magic, working with this cop that's currently wounded, and they were paying them. Transaction history. To hunt and sabotage you. But we also got this mother that's related to you, that's disloyal, was the one that was paying this karmic couple. This mother could be the cop energy that's wounded. They can't, it's maybe they're not physically wounded. They could be emotionally, spiritually wounded because they lost their gift. Okay, they were paying a karmic couple with this karmic couple, or they could be a part of this mother related to you. Could be, there's a cover up with a soulmate twin flame. So this could also be this mother, whoever this is, aunt, grandmother, sister, mother, cousin. There could have been a cover up with a twin flame soulmate. So somebody could have been in a relationship with a twin flame soulmate of yours, and they're the karmic couple. Take it as it resonates. But we got a lot of couple energy out here. So this mother related to you, however way, your cousin, your sister, your aunt, your grandmother, was covering something up with a soulmate twin flame. If I read it diagonally, I see mother stubborn. So there's a stubborn mother that was doing moon magic, manipulative, and they were happy doing this with the joy. If I read it diagonally from the corner, we got cop from the past, strange smell, racist, lost all power. Sudden wealth, they all fall down. This competition in the reverse, racist, disloyal. Trying to change plans, but still getting exposed. They're going to perish because of this moon magic. Spiritual OG wounded. So somebody that was spiritual, that could have been some type of spiritual OG, they're wounded. Ego. Their ego is wounded. I'm sorry, I'm hearing shit right now. I heard offer with police. I heard try to take an offer with the police. Try to take an offer. It was trying to take an offer, something to do with the cops. Then I heard a psychic cop or a spiritual OG cop. So psychic investigator, I'm guessing. I'm going to take that as spiritual OG cop. Somebody could have been a psychic investigator. They could be a psychic investigator that's feeling wounded. Somebody that does psychic investigations. Maybe somebody that had that name. I don't know. But this has to do with something with somebody that's a cop and that they spiritual as well. And they could have been using or pretending to use their spirituality in their field of work as well. But like I said, these people lost their power. Let's pull some. I'm not gonna this is where we at. We had already in 30 minutes, so let's pull some tarot real quick and keep it moving. Do I want to do the double deck or do I want to do a single deck? Let's do the double deck. Let's do the double deck. Double deck. The double sun in the reverse and the moon. Yeah, somebody's in the dark, recuperating. They in the dark, feeling weak because of this moon magic, because of these illusions. I don't think we'll split the fuck deck in half. We got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Nine of Cups collective. You are not juggling. You in your Nine of Cups. You get in your bag. You get in your cups. Somebody could be in their feelings. You could be emotional about this, but you in your emotions when it comes to your cups. You're not juggling. There's no juggling when it comes to your Nine of Cups collective. Somebody wanted you juggling, but you're not. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. There's nothing for you to juggle. You're getting your Nine of Cups. So let's see what we got. We got the Magician in the reverse. We got the Magician in the reverse collective because you stood your ground to this Magician. With the Seven of Wands. Yeah, these lovers, karmic couple. And everything is being slowed down. Chariot, they don't have no protection. Look at the Emperor in the reverse. The lovers, the Chariot in the reverse, the Empress in the reverse, the Emperor in reverse. You got the Magician in the reverse because you were in your Seven of Wands energy, standing your ground to these two snake lovers. Now the Chariot is in the reverse, so somebody thought they were going to gain some type of victory, triumph over you, and they're not. Something is being delayed, slowed down. That's the Chariot also talks about an authority, so this is the authority figure that's in the reverse. This Emperor energy is in the reverse. Yeah, Temperance, they're unbalanced. Wow. Yeah, Page of Wands energy. This is a rival enemy of yours that's over here watching you. Look, the King of Swords in the reverse. Wow. That's somebody that has some type of Hierophant energy. An authoritative figure. So it's coming out confirmation on top of confirmation. This is a cop. This is a cop. This is somebody that has a badge. That abuse their power with the King of Swords in the reverse. Chariot in the reverse. These are authoritative figures. Police energy. King of Swords energy, Chariot energy is police energy. This is a cop. This is a police. Boop, boop, boop. This is a police that's abusing their fucking power, trying to hunt and sabotage people for fucking money. Paying people to attack you, to do moon magic and do shit to you. Have you in a competition to take you out. They were in a competition where you take you out. Mind you, they're fucking in a whole different field. And just because they do spiritual shit just like you, they have a whole completely another job. And they're trying to take you out because they want to be the spiritual OG. But they're imbalanced with this Temperance in the reverse. This is an organization, traditional structure that's giving me police, church, a marriage alliance, karmic couple. This will be a karmic couple as well. So more confirmation with a karmic couple, two people. Religious background. With this, that's giving me religious church organization. Yeah, they were looking for information of how to cause turbulence and chaos in your life, collective. Yeah, but you look, the card fell out. You getting karmic justice. I'm gonna take these cards. They were searching for information on how to cause turbulence in your life, to your new ideas. They were tracking you down, triangulating you in your community because you give a public service. These cards don't even belong in here. This is something that you were destined to do, this divination, having insight, and they were trying to spoil this. Yeah, illusion. This is not even supposed to be in this deck. They were casting illusion. That's something else that I've seen. Look, and right behind that is freaking, look at that. Wow. Wow, look at that. Yeah, they was paid. Look, agreement, contract. They paid somebody to do this. And they were warned. And this is not supposed to be here about some type of forgery. But you're being liberated and released. Somebody forgery, counterfeit. Somebody's replicating you. When it comes to your dreams, your vision. So you could be a spiritual OG. You could be somebody that has insight. And they're copying you. They're copying what you do. This is a cop that's copying what you do. When it comes to this spiritual shit. Is a cop that's pretending to be spiritual. And then they're trying to use that shit to say that they're solving crimes. And they're really copying you. They're getting the information from you, collective. That's what I'm getting. That might be somebody's story. Somebody could be a cop. This could be somebody cop that's attacking them. Not everybody cop. So this could be somebody's story. But they could be a cop that's lying about being a spiritual G or was a spiritual G, or they could have been using their gifts to try to solve crime. But in reality, they were hunting and trying to sabotage and manipulate people. I heard the black magic crime solver. I swear to God, that's what I just heard in my head. Black magic crime solver. Someone was going around for saying that they were a spiritual OG and they also have a badge, and they could find people who do black magic. They know people who do black magic, but then they're the ones that's doing black magic. Yeah, look, 8 of Wands. There's a cop. So this is what the cop does. Yeah, look, their 10 of Cups is in the reverse. So this cop is a spiritualist. They do black magic. They hunt people. They target people. They hunt people down. And they do black magic on these people. And then they abuse their power. Get this person hunted and targeted and sabotaged. Say that they're the ones that's doing the spell work, when behind the scenes the whole along is this cop, and they've just been abusing their power. So they make people look at you, blame you for shit that you're not doing, when the whole time is this cop that abused their power, and they're the ones that's the sorcerer. They're the ones that's the black magic caster. They're the ones that's doing all the evil shit. And because they're a cop, because they have a ranking, they have a position and authority somewhere in a job, they're a cop. They abuse their authority, their position at their job. And because they have a badge, oh, people are going to believe me. I'm a cop. I took an oath to serve and protect, right? This is what they go. They use their badge, serve and protect. So they could walk around like they do good things. They could have saved a few people. You know. They could have some type of reputation. So in the public eye, they're a good person. They pretend to be this good cop. And they're a bad cop. Because behind closed doors, they target and hunt people and then place the blame on shit that they did, they're doing, and try to hunt you and sabotage you. Now they're being hunted by the federal law, and they're about to be confronted in an inappropriate way. Look, murder for hire in the reverse. False marriage in the reverse. Paid to cause you harm. What I'm talking about, everything has been returned to sender. To this false prophet. What I'm saying, everything I just fucking said right now is coming out. No weapons will prosper. Their illusion is on them and they're clueless, and the rats is running now. Everything that I just fucking said right now before it came out just came out on these cards. They're being haunted. Yeah. They're being watched by the federal law. Because they lied. And their federal law is about to confront them. And it's not going to be nice. Because they know that there was this murder for hire and it was in a reverse. That didn't work out. Yeah. And that this person is in a false marriage. So this is somebody that married. This cop could be married to somebody that's... And they're not in a real marriage. So karmic couple. Yeah, and they were paid. This karmic couple were paid to cause you harm. So there's a fake ass karmic couple that's together that were paid to cause you harm. They're not in a real relationship. Yeah, and everything's being returned to sender. Because this person is a false prophet. This false prophet is about to be confronted in an inappropriate way. Yeah, because they were forming a lot of weapons, but nothing is going to prosper. This is literally landing on murder for hire in the reverse. Yeah, their false marriage. The illusion is on them. They're clueless. That everybody knows they had a false marriage maybe. And now they running. These rats is running. Divine magic in the reverse. Angelic magic in the reverse. What I said, they lost their gift. Birds of a feather flock together. Their magic has been rendered powerless. And now they feeling the walls. The pressure, the walls just came in and they could be trying to sleep with the higher ups. Look, they're a cop trying to sleep with their own peoples. Because they're in the black cloud right now. Because of their alchemy that they were doing. And now they're running out. They're running out of money. They're going Looney Tunes because of this bad investment. I did say somebody could be out on the runs, OT, out of town. And they remote viewing you in recuperation because they're wounded. Feeling insecure. They're wounded, insecure. I'm telling you. Come on, man. Because they just got blindsided by everything. And this is happening right now, collective. This is happening now, current timeline. Because that money that they thought they were getting, they're not getting. With that sudden wealth, they were too happy. They thought they was going to get some money and they didn't get it. When it comes to the work community, this was spiritual suicide. Somebody was trying to pretend to be you. Like I just fucking said, they need to go fucking heal. I'm done. Look, they're a bunch of addicts that just got cut, that need medical assistance, and they're about to get cut off. Sniff, sniff, cut, cut. For trying to make you some type of third-degree victim. Somebody you work with is in a sticky situation because of the wasted energy. Because they're intimidated by your supernaturalness. And they wanted to join the hate crowd. Everything I just said, it just came out on these cards. Yeah, they disloyal and shallow, did it for money. And now they're getting fired because they wanted some type of revenge on you. Yeah, they don't got no fucking magic. A kid could have ran away because they don't got no lives. Somebody could have passed away. This root work is in the reverse because they're evil. This was a repeated offense. They're feeling like a bunch of sour apples, these circus clowns. They sacrifice animals. Animals is missing in your area. These people are scammers. This is presently happening, current timeline. Everything that's they going through, this is what's coming out on. Somebody's about to be confronted, or they already did. There's just a lot of things that you don't see, collective, that I don't see, that's going on in the background. Or this could be something that has happened already, or this is something that's about to happen. But it says current timeline because of what they did in the past. Somebody's out of town. There's a cop that could be on the run. I did say this. It came out. So there's a cop that's out of town on the run. They're about to be taken out. They're being haunted by the federal law. They're being watched by the federal law. They're about to be confronted in an inappropriate way. I did see raid earlier. So they could be getting raided because of this murder for hire. And them being in this false marriage. Either them paying a karmic couple, or them paying people to cause you harm, or them being paid to cause you harm. So this person, because either person was, hold on. So this is a confirmation before it comes out. This person, the cop was paid to cause you harm. The cop was paid to cause you harm by somebody, by a mother energy or the cop. Yeah, somebody's getting fired. This cop is getting fired. Look, endings is happening because they were trying to make have a light worker in the reverse. Look, I just said it. Split the deck raid. They about to get raided. It came out. Look, shall perish. Split the deck again. Yeah, organization shall perish. Time magic. They're trying to stop time, slow time, but it's being traced back to them. Yeah, they're about to reap karmic cycles. For gang stalking you, God is about to have no mercy on these people. Forced marriage again in the reverse. Whatever they did was unforgettable. This dingbat energy that was in cocky energy, committing fraud. Yeah, now they're being looked into for trying to be a destiny swapper. And they're racing against time, siphoning energy in the reverse. They can't do it. This is in the current timeline. This was a bad investment and they in a sticky situation. They need medical assistance. It keeps splitting. Someone passed away because of this. It's over. Again, trying to change plans, but they still getting exposed about this blood magic that they were doing. And now they in the fucking panic room. They corny, collective. The government trying to cause an eviction. Crazy energy vampires. Justice, collective. The cat's out of the bag and the genie's about to be put back in the bottle about the crimes they committed. Hey, yeah, look, and they under judgment. They under judgment, and there's fights happening, and they a lot of unwanted opinions. Something with June. Something could happen in June. Something got rejected in June. Yeah, judicial system. Guilty pleasures. Court. So this is somebody that's in the government. Witchcraft in the reverse. This is more confirmation. They feeling naked and afraid. Federal law. Murder for hire in the reverse. Somebody has an STD, syphilis, and they no mercy. This could be no mercy for gang stalking. This could be their karmic lessons that being learned. There's no magic. Strange smell. They stink. December in the reverse. Racist. Tangled up in the reverse. Tangled in the reverse. Natural. You're not tangled because you're a natural. This person is an abuser. A snake. That was in competition, but it's in the reverse. The Hunger Games again in reverse. Wild witch in the reverse. Witchcraft in the reverse. Alone. You're not alone. Collective in the reverse. Light worker in the reverse. They're trying to have a light worker in the reverse and alone. Collective. There's fights happening and this person is about to be raided. This is his current line. Somebody could be getting arrested now. Today. Whatever they do today. Anyway. Go ahead and do that spell work. Go ahead. There you being watched. Wherever you at. So wherever you at, the karmics, whatever, wherever you at, OT recouped out of town. This could be that message that I got before, somebody in a hotel. This could be connected to the reading that I did the last time. That I heard motel. They in a motel. We got upstairs neighbors came out. But my upstairs neighbors are upstairs, so that's not dumb. But oh, the message. I just got a message about my upstairs neighbors. It says jealous, envious, and childlike behavior. That's what it just said. They cursed their contract and it's over. Anyway, so this reading could have a connection with the reading that I did the last time. I think I was talking about how there's somebody in a motel that's doing spell work, and if they do spell work, it's gonna backfire. I think this was the last moon cycle last week. That I said if they do spell work, that is gonna cause a fire in the motel, and a lot of people is going to get hurt. might pass away. This could have happened already. Or this is what's going to happen. Abuser, sexual abuse, attacked you out of spite. Trying to lock you in a tower like Rapunzel. But you a whole you try to have you in, look, they try to have you locked in a tower like Rapunzel, and we got Princess Fiona Shrek. This is the same vibes with the Princess Fiona Rapunzel. They had Princess Fiona locked in a tower with a dragon. So somebody trying to have you locked in a tower, collective. Rapunzel's Princess Fiona vibes. Yeah. Somebody was trying to have you locked away in a tower. Nobody saved you. But remember, somebody came to save Rapunzel and somebody came to save Princess Fiona. And both of them bitches was princesses. Again, upstairs neighbors don't want to come out now. So what up with these upstairs neighbors now? Since they want to come out, divination in the reverse is about to be fatal. Since they want to be in my energy, they coming out, because they didn't come out at all until I started shuffling the cards and putting them away. I was about to end this reading, collective. We got cursed contract being destroyed. So let's see. Upstairs neighbors want to come out. Why not? Because they was trying to fuck with me when I was taking a shower today. So they be going crazy. So why not? The spirits want to talk about the upstairs neighbors. I have an upstairs neighbor problem. You can have an upstairs neighbor problem, collective. We're not just going to make this general about me, but let's see. Upstairs neighbor came out. So let's see what they want to show about the upstairs neighbors, collective. What does the spirit want to tell us about our upstairs neighbors? If you're having an upstairs neighbor, we got evil. They're being controlled by evil. Upstairs neighbors controlled evil. They being controlled by evil. Toxic. This person could be rotting from the inside out. You can have an upstairs neighbor that's rotting from the inside out. They're being controlled by evil, toxic, and they're rotting from the inside out. Wow. Wow. Hydromancy. Lord have mercy. I'm just going to continue to keep it general, collective. Okay, being used to cause havoc. Oh my God, I swear to God. My upstairs neighbor's energy. I'm not even gonna lie. This is my upstairs neighbor's energy coming out because they want to be out here, so I guess they're getting exposed. It's saying the upstairs neighbors is being controlled by evil. They toxic and they're rotting from the inside out. They doing hydromancy, so they're doing water magic, and they're being used to cause havoc. They being controlled by evil and being used to cause havoc. That is what's coming out. Yeah, they also in a competition with me, collective, trying to take me out. Look, talk medical assistance. So this person is going to be needing medical assistance because they're an addict. They do drugs. They need to go heal. They're rotting from the inside out because of this drugs. This person upstairs neighbors is connected to a karmic family, or they are part of a karmic family. And it says they did it for the money. They wanted to show. They better get ready because shit's about to blow. Yeah, the informant plan failed. The upstairs neighbors were the informants. Yeah, they collaborate with others. Hold on, because now this shit's getting all mixed up over here. They being looked into, collective. Your upstairs neighbors could have been hacking you. This Uncle Tom energy that were kissing ass for somebody. So upstairs neighbors Upstairs neighbors are being controlled by evil. They're toxic and they're rotting from the inside out because of this hydromancy. So they use marine spirits, evil marine spirits, water spirits. I mean, we're not even gonna call them evil because the spirit could be good or bad. They could be whatever the fuck they want to be. If a spirit chooses to be good, they choose to be good. If they want to do something bad, they're gonna do something bad. It's energy. It's a choice. Just like us people that are living, breathing, we have a choice to be a good person or a bad person. So does the spirit. The spirit has a choice to do something good or bad if they choose to. They have the power to do that. So I'm not even going to say good or evil. It chooses to do what it wants based on what the person is asking. And if the spirit feels like a person deserves to be done the way that person is asking, then okay, it'll do it. But if they don't, the person doesn't deserve it, it's not going to do it. You can't tell or command the spirit to do something if it's not supposed to be done to that person that you want it being done to. All right, so I'm not, like I said, I'm just going to go. I'm going to say this could be your energy too, but we already know my upstairs neighbors use hydromancy. I got motherfucking water stains on my ceiling to prove it. So, what else? Hold on. What else? Karmic couple. My upstairs neighbor is a karmic couple with somebody else. It's not him by himself. It's him and whoever the fuck, which man it is he decides to be fucking at the time. Or he could be fucking his own family. Wow. It says you are chosen when you are chosen when the word is calling for. Now we got downstairs neighbor. It was a risky move to come correct or don't come at all in the reverse. Didn't come correct in my energy in the shadows. So the upstairs neighbors and the downstairs neighbors are working together. They keep coming out. Yeah, wanting your blood to be free. Wanting my blood to be free. Wanting your blood to be free. Yeah, fail to realize I'm not the one to fuck with. Or you're not the one to fuck with, collective. These people are fucking corny. They attacked you or me out of spite. Death will become them. Yeah, this fake religionalist that the dark don't want anything to do with them anymore. Split the deck because I'm not pulling no more. They being haunted. Again, the same ending for this energy. They being haunted. The same thing for the cop. The same thing for the upstairs neighbor. This don't even have to be my upstairs neighbor that lives directly above me. This could be a whole different upstairs neighbor that lives above me that's a cop. They could be this is what they could be telling me too. Or telling you that there's an upstairs neighbor that could be the cop because this upstairs neighbors came out. So your upstairs neighbors is involved with this. Downstairs neighbors is involved. There's upstairs neighbor and downstairs neighbor that's involved. Your upstairs neighbors are being controlled by evil. They're toxic and they're riding from the inside out and doing this hydromancy. They were being used to cause havoc in your life, competing with you, trying to take you out. And now they're going to need medical assistance for being evil. They toxic because they're a bunch of addicts. This fucking karmic family, a part of a karmic family, and they're all rotting from the inside out. This karmic family could have hired the upstairs neighbors and they were the informants and their plan failed. They did it for money. They wanted to put on a show and now she's about to blow up in their face. And I know my upstairs neighbors was damn sure putting on a fucking show for not only for me, for everybody. And they collaborated with others. Kissing ass, Uncle Tom energy. This is some for money. And now they being looked into. So now the upstairs neighbors is being looked into. They could have been also hacking or this karmic family was hacking you. A karmic couple. The informant plans fail. Hydromancy. The informant plans fail. Hydromancy. Karmic couple. Wanting your blood to be freed in the dark. Don't want anything to do with them. So this karmic couple could be your upstairs neighbor. Well, I know my upstairs neighbor is a karmic couple with somebody else. They do hydromancy on me. They're the informants. I know that my upstairs neighbors are my informants. To whoever the fuck hired them. To this whatever. Okay. And now they want my blood to be freed. You can't have my blood to be free. So because you decided to attack me out of spite, Death is coming for you. Death becomes them because you're a fake religionless. You're not real. Okay? And you fuck with the dark, and the dark don't want nothing to do with you because you don't have no magic, you don't have no power. You're not a real person. You don't have no powers. You're not a real magician. You're a fake religionless, whatever that is for you. You're in the shadows being a fake religionless, acting like you praise Jesus, praise God. Then you got the downstairs neighbor. So you are collective. You and me are chosen for this, what the world is calling for. And there's a downstairs neighbor that took a risky move coming in your energy. They was in the shadows and they took a risky move in the shadows, fucking in your energy. They didn't come correct in your energy and they wanted your blood to be freed. And now they fail to realize that you're not the one to fuck with, collective, to play with. This downstairs neighbor is corny. And this downstairs neighbor took a risky move attacking you out of spite in the shadows, and death will become them. This downstairs neighbor is a fake religionless. And the dark don't want anything to do with them. So you have a downstairs neighbor that's a fake religionless. Faking that they're spiritual. They call on dark energy. Or downstairs confirmation with the dog barking. And they working with your upstairs neighbor. Downstairs neighbor is putting spell work on the upstairs. Oh, wait. The downstairs neighbor is controlling the upstairs neighbor with an evil entity. I got upstairs neighbor being used to cause havoc. They did it for the money they wanted to show. Shit's about to blow. You are chosen when the world is calling for, and they fail to realize you're not the one to play with. Controlled the Hunger Game competition. Collaborate with others. Downstairs neighbor, corny. Evil, medical assistance, Uncle Tom, risky move, attack you out of spite. Somebody's gonna need it. They evil and they're gonna need medical assistance because they attack you out of spite for money. Toxic addicts are being looked into in the shadows and death becomes them. I'm literally reading this down as a whole fucking sentence. Rotting from the inside out, a karmic family that was hacking come correct or don't come at all in your energy. In the reverse, they didn't come correct in your energy. This fake religionless. This hydromancy that the informant's plan was doing, it failed. This karmic couple wanted your blood to be freed, and now the dark don't want anything to do with them, and now they fucking being haunted. They being watched by the federal law still behind there. This could be your neighbor, and this could be my neighbor. Either way, we got an upstairs and a downstairs neighbor. Your upstairs neighbor, if you're going through any noise harassment, noise campaign, they're being controlled by an evil entity that the downstairs neighbor is sending to the upstairs neighbor so they can harass you. So everybody's just throwing spell work at everybody at this point. Now they're trying to hit my third eye because they're trying to attack my crown because what I'm saying is correct. The upstairs neighbor is being controlled by an evil entity. It's being controlled by evil. I already said this. As far as my story goes, my upstairs neighbor got a fucking thing right on his back, like a like the fucking gargoyles that you see in the buildings, poached on the edge of the building, like that. There is a thing on top of my upstairs neighbor's shoulders that just sits on his shoulder like a gargoyle, puppeteering him. I've been saying this for the past 3 years, since the moment that I realized that my upstairs neighbor is possessed. So you might be going through the same thing. You could have some upstairs neighbors that's possessed. I just miscommunication. I just saw humiliated in a sticky situation. Games played. Court. Righteous. Ooh, they've been backed into a corner. Their mind is blown. Yeah, look, I just said I just saw humiliated. Look. They're being humiliated, your upstairs neighbors, because of their guilty pleasure. You being liberated, collective, from this. Yeah, burden not broken. You're not burdened or broken. They try to burden you. Yeah, settlement deadline. It's over. Yeah, they're in their feelings. There's about to be an execution. I tell you no lie. These are all the cards that fall on the floor. A bloodbath in the reverse, humiliated. Somebody wanted your blood to be free. They were trying to get your blood, collective. So you got an upstairs and downstairs neighbor that have been attacking you. And they being looked into. Somebody's trying to block my throat chakra. So if all this is going on while I'm talking about this, all that's showing me is that it's my upstairs and downstairs neighbor that's trying to block my throat chakra so that this don't come out. And all you doing is exposing yourself. When something goes wrong in my energy, you're only letting the universe and everybody else know that watches this, that what I'm saying is correct because you're trying to stop me from talking. You don't want nobody to know that it was a guilty pleasure to do this spell work and harass and black magic, and that you were paid to cause. Yeah, that you a wild witch. You don't want nobody to know that this is your guilty pleasure. You a wild witch and you like to cast magic and shit. And now you're being humiliated about it because you couldn't dim my light. You couldn't dim the collective's light. You some type of informant and you fail. You a loser. Doing water magic, think you control water? You know water is the most powerful shit. You think you control water? The earth is made so we surrounded by water. You think you can control that bitch? You think you control the universe? These motherfuckers over here fucking around with water, thinking they control the atmosphere, the water. They think they can fucking make shit rain and stop and all this shit. No, you cannot. Confirmation car honk. You over here thinking that you can manipulate water? The water has been manipulating you, you stupid fool. You're an idiot. You think you got power over the water, that you can enslave the soul of water energy. Trying to enslave water energy. That's what you're doing? Trying to enslave water energy. Are you mad? That's why you're about to drown. Bad. Like I said, you about to drown bad. As I split the deck, medical assistance. I'm not lying. I don't need to lie. You about to go through some shit. You're rotting from the inside. You know your body is made of water, right? Confirmation with the sirens. You sure you want to fake? Fuck, downstairs neighbor is in the reverse. There's a downstairs neighbor that's in the reverse. You sure you look root because this root work is in the reverse. Witchcraft. I'm just splitting the deck. Witchcraft is in the reverse. Measures is being taken. Look at that. I tell you. Yeah, look, plans fail. Now they're trying to attack my heart. Your plans is going to fail. Poisoning in the reverse. You about to reap karmic cycles. You lost in the fog, you dumb bitch. The judicial system knows what you're doing. You trying to summon something. Look, airplane getting loud. You trying to summon something? But now you've been backed into a corner. And now you're over here imagining your own death and funeral because you know that you're a bunch of monsters. Trying to play with the devices. And you got yourself in too deep. Because we're protected. And shit is spiraling out of control. And you out here being a troublemaker. To a light worker. Because you're dealing with some unhealed trauma. This informant These weapons are in the reverse. You fumbled the bag. Rebelling and challenging authority. These snakes. These abusers that are in messy energy. Someone passed away. So in the reverse, someone's going to pass away. With that, someone passed away. It hasn't happened yet. Someone's going to pass away for being in messy energy. This racist, destiny swapper. Yeah, risky move. Trying to sabotage. Constructive criticism. You need to make peace with imperfection. That you a fucking old hag in the panic room. And all the lies are unfolding. About you pay for play. You that you pay for play. And you aging rapidly. You owe somebody money. Restitution. An old school friend that tried to get you fired. Try to get me fired. Collective. This was some type of official business. And now they got fucking court. And fights is happening. This is happening now. Present day. They're a bunch of heathens. And all that shit just got rejected. March. Something in March. I saw February. In your lane. What's in the back? They up the shit creek. They up shit's creek without a paddle, basically. Because they was in childhood energy. Somebody brother not related to you can have an STD, syphilis, in a false marriage. The illusion is on them. They're clueless. This sex magic in the reverse. Yeah, they were trying to change plans, but they still getting exposed. With an aunt related. They getting bad news. That they're a bunch of puppets that are in the reverse. I'm done, Willie. It was 1:12:12, so I'm done. I said I didn't want to go past a certain time, and I'm here already an hour in. Peace out, collective. I'm it out of Idiot. Peace out. Thank you for listening to this reading, and I'll catch you later.